Well, hello to everyone. July is coming to an end, so I decided why not do a tier list on movies that I saw in July 2024. And I saw quite a lot of movies and I know that I've skipped a few months and stuff, I know, but that's just because I have recorded videos for those, but I don't know, now I can't find those videos, so sorry about that, but thankfully I did this month, so yeah, let's just begin. So, the tiers from best to worst that we've got is amazing, really good, very good, good, okay, meh, bad, very bad, terrible, and then horrendous or atrocious, which is basically 1 out of 10 movies, but I don't think there's one movie on this list that's going to be there, but let's just begin with, alright, Life of Pi is the first movie that I watched this month, I think, and, I think this is a really good movie. Let me just put it there, right? I don't think it's amazing or anything, but it's basically about this movie. It was some time ago I saw this movie. I saw it the first day of this month, so I don't know. I don't remember that much what the main character's called, but I know that I think the tiger in this movie. It's about this like boy who's he's on this boat or whatever with his family and stuff, and then it comes this big it's a terrible weather outside and stuff, so that the boat, it kind of like, you know what, oh shit, never mind, basically it's like a survival movie, and then he's on this like little boat or whatever with this tiger. He teaches the tiger and stuff, and it's a very beautiful movie. It's one of these movies where like the main character in the movie, when the character's grown up, he tells the story, a bit like Forrest Gump. He tells the story to another person, like for example, yeah, a bit like Forrest Gump. You know, sitting on a bench, and and then obviously Forrest Gump tells the story of his life and stuff. It's a bit like one of those movies, and it stars Rafe Spall. I think, is that how you say his name? I don't know. I know him from The Ritual. Otherwise, I don't think I know him from that many. And then another actor that I think was within Jurassic Park, I mean Jurassic World or something like that, I don't know, but I don't know what he's called, but this is a really good movie. I mean, it's got great visuals, it's a very beautiful movie. I think the pace of the movie is great, I think the ending of the movie is great. I wouldn't say it's amazing, I wouldn't say it's like a 10 out of 10 movie, because it is a bit goofy and stuff with like the tiger on the boat and stuff, and it has definitely unrealistic things, and but otherwise I enjoyed this movie really much, and I watched it on Disney Plus. Maybe you guys have it on Disney Plus too, I don't know, but it's definitely worth checking out if you haven't already, so yeah. Alright, next up I've got, oh boy, next up we've got Halloween 3 specifically, Season of the Witch, or the thing about this movie is, yeah, I'm not the first person to say this. This isn't really a Halloween movie because it doesn't have Michael Myers in it. It doesn't have Laurie Strode in it. It doesn't really have anything to do with the other Halloween movies to do. It's basically just, it's called Halloween 3 Season of the Witch. For some reason it's counted in this franchise with Michael Myers and stuff, but it's kind of just a normal, it's kind of just a very good horror movie in my opinion. So if I take away the Halloween 3, if this movie was called if this movie had another title or something and wasn't called Halloween 3, then I think this movie would be a lot more popular and a lot more liked. But a lot of people didn't like this movie because it doesn't have Michael Myers, and then they're wondering like, why is it called Halloween 3 if the movie doesn't even have Laurie Strode, Michael Myers, or anything in it? So I don't care about that. I thought this movie was great. Honestly, I think it's a very good horror movie. It's definitely something I recommend. I know that it doesn't have Michael Myers or Laurie Strode in it, but if I just get that out of the way, otherwise this being just a standalone horror movie, I think it's very good. It's a bit slow-paced and stuff, and I felt that there were a bit more things that could, you know, I wish that they could show a bit more like of the scary things in the movie, but overall this movie has some great kills, one kill specifically, which I think is very effective and pretty damn gross results, but yeah, it's a very good horror movie, and I enjoyed it really much. I think it's got some great soundtrack and stuff too, so Not really. Even though it's called Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, it has nothing to do with the other Halloween movies. Nothing close to John Carpenter's Halloween. Nothing close to Halloween 2. Nothing close to. It's just, but yeah, it's very good. And now we've got Halloween 4. Now this is Michael Myers. This is a pretty good movie. I mean, this is basically, I think, like, Michael Myers or, like, Laurie Strode's, like, cousins or something. I don't know, man. I don't know that much about the family tree or whatever, but this is a pretty good movie. I mean, we get introduced to a bit new characters now. I think we get introduced to Jamie, I think she's called, and we get introduced to Rachel, which are two great characters. And this movie is very good. It has some fun moments, some pretty damn good acting performances. It's just, I think it's a good movie. I don't really know what to say about it. Yeah, I'm gonna put it up in good. Let me just, God, I got it, wait. Good, there we go. Okay, and now we've got Jack. This is a random movie that I saw on Disney+. And I knew that this movie starred Robin Williams, which I've seen in some other movies. I've seen him in like, Good Will Hunting. I've seen him in Hook. I've seen him in Dead Poet Society and stuff. Robin Williams is an actor that I like pretty much. So, and this movie is basically about him being in like a grown-up. He looks like a grown-up, but basically he's like, he looks like a grown-up, but actually he's like, looks like he's like 40 or something, but actually he's like 10 years old or something. I don't know. Something like that, I think. So then he goes to this school and the kids are like, what in the world? You look like a grown-up. You're not just, you don't look like the same age as us, but even though he is, so it's a bit weird. He was like kind of born that way, and then he kind of meets some new friends, actual friends, and you know, I thought this movie was good. I did enjoy it. When I checked the reviews, this movie didn't have that high reviews. I think it had like a, what do I know, 5.7 out of 10 or 5.8 out of 10 on IMDb or something. But I thought this movie was good. A bit of missed potential, I think, but still, it still makes it a good movie. And I don't know, I'm gonna put it right there. Yeah, okay. And now I've got Halloween 5. Pretty damn similar posters to the fourth movie too. I don't remember that much about this movie, but I remember I didn't think it was good. I'm gonna put Halloween 5 on meh. Oh no, I think I thought that the movie was okay. I thought it was okay. A lot of people think that the character Tina, I think she's called in this movie, is very annoying, and I mean, she's annoying, definitely, but the thing is, there's not a lot of, there's quite a lot of teen horror movies that I've seen where the like teenagers are annoying. I mean, it's not the first time I'm seeing that, definitely not, but it's an okay movie. I don't really know what to say. I mean, this franchise, obviously, it's just after like maybe the fourth movie or fifth movie, or when it's the fourth movie or the fifth movie, this franchise does get, you know, kind of like very repetitive and stuff, and it's a slasher franchise, so I'm not so surprised, but it's an okay movie. A lot of people didn't like it, or thought that it was like okay. I think it's okay, so definitely not as good as the fourth movie, but it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, I don't know. And now we've got Office Space. Oh my god. Sorry. Office Space is, this is basically another movie that I just saw on Disney Plus randomly, and I had it on my watch list. I was just like, sure, I was in the mood for watching, like, you know, kind of a funny workplace comedy movie or something like that. So I pressed it on, and this movie has some actors that I'm familiar with. Jennifer Aniston, is that how you say it? I don't know. And then we've got another actor, which was within The Conjuring 2013, the first one, and the TV series Loudermilk, I think. I don't know. And he, I don't know, but he's an actor that I definitely recognize the face of. And this movie was very fun. I like this movie a lot. I think the comedy is good. I just like the characters. This is a very fun movie to watch. And first I was just like, holy shit, this can be a 5 out of 5 movie for me. I think it's just so fun to watch. But the sad thing about this movie though is that I thought the movie was definitely, I don't say this a lot about movies, which is quite fun, but I thought that this movie was definitely a bit too short. I think this movie is only like 1 hour and 20 minutes long, so it's a pretty short movie. It's not that long. And I just felt like the ending, they could have kind of done a bit more with the ending and stuff, and I wish the movie was a bit longer, 20 or 30 minutes longer. I would have loved the movie, given it maybe like a 4.5 out of 5 stars, or even a 5 out of 5 stars, but it's still a very good movie. Just wish it could be a bit longer, and yeah, I don't really know what to say, so I'm gonna put up on very good though. There we go. Okay, and now we've got Your Name, which is basically, this is a very, very popular anime movie. It's about this boy and girl and how they like kind of like switch bodies and stuff. And it's kind of like, I don't know, man. It just feels like it's one of these like a very, very beautiful movie. And I don't really know what to say, but this movie was really good. I really, really liked this movie. I looked away I zoned out for like 1 second and looked away for like 1 second. And for some reason, I like missed really much of the movie. It felt like, so that's a bit sad, but I still thought that the movie was really good. It's definitely something I recommend, so, yeah. And now we've got Mean Girls. I rewatched this movie. This is the second time. When I was watching this movie, I watched it with my friend. I showed it to my friend. And it was, this is the second time. It was the second time when I was watching the movie. And even though this movie might not be for like, I don't know, this just feels like, it feels like this is a movie that's, I don't know. For a movie called Mean Girls, it feels like a lot of boys who watch this movie will despise it. But I don't care. I thought this movie, I don't know, I think it's really funny. I think it's relatable. Even though I'm not a girl, I still think it's relatable. I think it's one of the best teen kind of high school movies that I've seen, definitely. And I love this movie. It's actually my top 4, one on my top 4 favorite movies of all time so far. Don't judge me, please. Alright, I'm sorry, but this movie is just really fun for me. I don't know why. It's just, I might just have like one little negative with the movie, but that negative definitely doesn't ruin the whole movie for me. And I think it's an amazing movie. Alright, there we go. Great. Next up we got Monkey or whatever. I don't know. This is basically. This is a Swedish movie, which I watched back in 2017 for the first time when I think it came out. This is a Swedish movie about this this family, and then they have this person's like little sister is like addicted to monkeys and stuff, until one day she turns into one, and it's kind of like this comedy family movie with a bit of like, I don't know, drama in there and stuff. And it's a quite sad movie, but still in a pretty charming way. I don't really know, but I thought this movie was good. I liked it quite a lot. So do I think I think the movie's better than Jack, and I don't know, I'm gonna put it right there. All right. Are we now? Okay, I'm not going to do it in order like that, because that's just going to be strange. Let's just put it on good, alright? Now we've got Black Christmas 2006, the remake or whatever to Black Christmas 1974. And I think that the first Black Christmas movie, the one from the 70s, is a very good horror movie. But this one was just this one was just meh. It wasn't great. First, I actually thought that the movie was okay. First, I actually gave the movie a 6 out of 10. But then I kind of changed my mind a bit, and I'm just like, alright, this is a pretty, like, you know, unnecessary kind of remake or whatever, so I'm gonna put it on there. I think that the movie has some pretty good kills. I think that the blood in the movie, the gore, is very good. It's very well done and stuff. But it's a very still just and Billy is still kind of the stalker and stuff. You see that in this movie, which so it does pay some respect to the original, but you know, it's still just another one of these movies with annoying teenagers, characters you don't really care that much about. I think the movie's a bit too long and stuff. It's a very basic, even though the original Black Christmas movie is a bit basic, not extremely basic, it's a bit unique and stuff. This movie is very pretty damn generic. So it's like a 5 out of 10 movie. It's not that I didn't like it. I don't know, it's just going in meh. So yeah. And now we've got Face Off with Nicolas Cage and John Travolta. This is a movie, I don't know why. I'm not a person that watches action movies all that much. Horror is my favorite genre, so but action movies I still like. And Nicolas Cage is an actor that, I don't know, each time when he's in a movie, it feels like I always have to just see that movie because, I don't know, he can either deliver a very funny, strange performance, a great performance, a bad performance, I don't know. He's been within a lot of weird movies and funny movies, I don't know. He's been within, like, more serious movies like Face Off, and then he's been within movies that are a bit strange, like Dream Scenario and, Willy's Wonderland and Mum and Dad and and when it comes to like, and then sometimes he just has really bad acting, like in the movie The Wicker Man or whatever you say it. His acting is pretty terrible in that movie and stuff. So he's just a very fun actor to watch. John Travolta, I've seen him in Pulp Fiction. He was great in that movie. I've seen him in Carrie. Still don't know how you pronounce that. He was also great in that movie. So he's just... I was very excited to see these two actors in this movie as the main characters or whatever. And I think this movie is really good. I really, really like it. I mean, it's basically these two people, and it's called Face Off because they kind of like switch faces and stuff. And it's basically this... I don't even want to say that much about this movie, but I thought it was really good, really fun. Yeah, I'm just gonna put it there. All right, great. And now I've got Grown Ups, which is basically another random comedy movie. I knew this movie before. I'd heard of the movie before because I think that my friends had watched this movie. And I knew that this was an Adam Sandler comedy movie, something like that. And it's basically about these grown-ups and, well, they go back to do these, like, things that they did as a child and stuff. And the thing about this movie, which is a bit weird, and maybe I'm just the only person that thinks this in the movie, but it feels like it's just in the end of the movie when they actually do these kind of, you know, things that they did as a child. It's not that much like... I don't know, I mean, I don't know, I think this movie is probably better than Black Christmas 2006, but still not amazing, so I don't really know what to say. There's a few Adam Sandler comedy movies that a lot of people don't like, which one that I actually love even, but this one was just, not something I would want to watch again. I could watch it again though, but I don't know. And now we've got Waiting. This is a movie with, I think also a lot of actors that I know. It's got Ryan Reynolds in it. It's got Justin Long. And I think that it's got the person who plays Cindy in the Scary movies in this movie. I think at least that's the actor in this movie. And so 3 actors that I know quite a lot, especially Ryan Reynolds and Justin Long, which are quite popular. And this was a pretty fun movie. Now, it definitely goes for a lot of that kind of raunchy comedy. Is that how you say it? I don't know, but it definitely goes to for a lot of this, kind of inappropriate, weird sexual comedy, which is very goofy, very over the top and silly and stuff like that. But a few movies, like the movie Ted, I think is pretty funny, I don't think it's a great movie. I didn't think this was a great movie, but I thought it was a good movie, and I had a good time with it, It has some memorable moments in it, especially, yeah, I can't even explain. Let's just, I'm gonna put it on good, alright? Great. Yeah. Now we've got Black Christmas 2019. Wait, everyone, a cat wants to go in 1 second. Alright, everyone, I am back. No, but Black Christmas 2019, this is simply just not a good movie. I mean, it doesn't even have anything to do with Black Christmas. I mean, at least the 2006 kind of remake where they paid a bit of respect to the original. This movie has nothing to do with the original movie and, like, nothing to do with the 2006 movie. It has nothing to do with the other Black Christmas movies. It's about this, like, it's starring... The only actor I think that I know in this movie is, like, Cary Elves. Is that how you say it? I don't know. But I knew that he was within Stranger Things. I forgot who, I think he's called, like, Larry in Stranger Things or something, and he was within the first Saw movie, one of the main characters. So an actor that I feels a bit interesting to see in movies, and I mean, I don't know, he was fine in this movie and stuff. The acting in this movie's fine, but it's just a very generic. It's just not a good movie, alright? It's just... There's something about this movie. It's got a message in the movie also, which is basically, I think that it's like... These kind of, like... Boys want to get revenge on the... I don't even know, man. It's such a weird movie. It's very bad. I'm sorry, but... Not a terrible movie, not an atrocious, horrendous movie, but it's very bad. It's not something that I want to watch again. Definitely not something that I recommend. So, yeah. And now we got Martyrs. Is that... I don't know. Maybe that's how you say it. This is a movie that I've heard really, really much about, because I've heard people just talk about how extreme this movie is. And yes, the movie is pretty damn extreme. It's basically a movie about this, like... This girl who, like, kind of sees this kind of ghost of her, I don't know, and it's basically just kind of these girls getting, like, tortured, and it's a well-made movie and stuff. It's a very well-made movie, but and a lot of people like this movie. It is very extreme. It has very sad moments in the movie. It's a very dark movie. And it's got gross scenes and stuff, and I thought this movie was good. I didn't think it was very good. I didn't think it was really good. I didn't think it was amazing. The movie was maybe just a bit too slow for me. It just felt like it was kind of just going there. It's basically just kind of torture, but it's done very well. Not the torture and stuff. I'm not saying that's good. I'm just saying that the movie is very well made, and I don't know. It's a good movie, alright? But let me just put it down, okay? Now we've got Knock Knock. I did a review on this movie, and I've also done a tier list on this movie, I think, of the characters in this movie. I don't really know. I don't want to talk about this movie that much. I have a full review of the movie, but basically, Keanu Reeves, his kind of family goes for the holidays or something, and he kind of has to work, and then these two girls knock on his door, and they kind of creepy, and I don't know, this movie, I mean, I think that the Keanu Reeves acting in this movie is okay. The two girls acting in this movie is amazing, especially for, like, what the characters they're playing in this movie. They do that very good, but the movie just has pretty damn dumb character decisions, not a good ending, and it's just, I had a lot of high hopes for this movie. It's definitely a movie that I don't know, but meh. Alright, no, I'm sorry, but just to not be completely confused, I'm gonna put this movie on top of, well, I'm sorry, but just because of that ending and stuff, this movie's gonna go, I'm sorry, meh. Alright, great. Now we've got Sleepaway Camp. I've also done a full review on this movie, I think, and this is a very weird movie. It's basically, I can't even explain this movie. I've explained this movie a lot, also not just in YouTube videos, but also to just people in real life. And I just got to tell them about this movie. It's just so weird and stuff. I mean, the ending in this movie is amazing and stuff. Classic horror ending, but it's... I don't know, I just feel like the characters in this movie are just, for some reason... Angela is a great character. She's not unlikable. Ricky is also a pretty good character. He's not unlikable. But Angela's boyfriend in this movie, holy shit is he annoying. Never leaves Angela alone. And then all the other characters are just, even the ones, I get it, they're trying to be bullies, but that doesn't mean you have to make them like the most annoying person alive. And Jesus Christ, this movie, I don't know, it takes itself like very seriously, and then it doesn't take itself seriously at all, it feels like. Sorry, that maybe be controversial, I don't care, I'm sorry, but this one's going in meh. Not a bad movie, but not a good one either, so yeah. Happy Death Day is next. Happy Death Day is, I was going to review this movie on my channel, but I just decided, I don't know. Happy Death Day, it's basically Groundhog Day, a Groundhog Day horror movie. It's about this girl, and then she's reliving the same day over and over and over again, and it's very annoying. I mean, so it's a pretty good thing about this movie though. What I thought was pretty fun is that for like each time when she relives this new day, she does stuff that she tries to make the day, she tries being nice to everyone and stuff to see if that kind of makes it. I don't know. I liked this movie. I mean, it's pretty goofy. I think that there was some missed potential in the comedy, and I did think that there was some missed potential in like the characters and stuff. I also think that this movie, for a lot of people, I think that they like this movie quite a lot because it had a very kind of unique story for them, a Groundhog Day horror movie. But in my opinion, I can just see people making this movie a lot of times. I didn't think it was that creative and stuff. I mean, it's a bit creative, but I felt like there was quite a lot of missed potential in the movie. It is an okay movie though. I mean, it's better than Halloween 5, but yeah, I don't really know what to say. So yeah. And now we've got Maxine, which is basically, well, this is the newest movie in the X trilogy, and also the last movie in Ti West's X trilogy, I think. And X, the original X movie with Mia Goth, whoever, I think that movie is very good. I like it a lot. I think it's like an 8 out of 10 movie. Don't really know what to say. Pearl, for some reason, Pearl is the movie that a lot of people like the most. I mean, it's probably the most well-made movie out of all these 3 movies. I mean, Mia Goth's performance in that movie is just stunning. It's really, really good, and it's a creepy movie. It's a beautiful movie. Not like the cinematography, the visuals in the movie is beautiful. In a lot of these movies, in all of these movies, the visuals are pretty beautiful and stuff. But for some reason, I liked X a bit more than Pearl. I still thought that Pearl was a good movie, but I liked X a bit more because it was just a bit kind of more my thing of a movie. And Pearl is basically just a very, very well made slasher movie. And I felt that there was a bit missed potential and stuff in that movie. Now we've got Maxine, and this is a really good trilogy, horror trilogy at least. Maxine, the last movie, I thought that this was very good. I thought that Mia Goth's performance in this movie is great. I don't really know what to say. There's a lot of actors we know here. I mean, we've got Mia Goth. Actually, there's only 2 actors that I know in this movie. We've got Mia Goth, and then we've got, I'm sorry, I don't know how you pronounce his name, but he played Gus in Breaking Bad, and he was with an Abigail, and he's within this movie too, and those are the only two actors I know. This is a very good movie. It has some great cinematography. It has a pretty good story. A lot of these movies, all of these like X movies and TBS X trilogy are all very, very different. I mean, the first movie is basically this kind of one of these I don't know, like sexual slash movies. How do you say it? It's basically just I can't explain the first movie that well. Pearl is basically, like I said before, just a very well made slasher movie. It's basically just a slasher movie, and this movie is basically like a crime mystery. I don't even know. This movie doesn't even have. I don't think this movie isn't as much horror as the other ones. Not as much horror as X, not as much horror as Pearl. This is probably the least horror out of all of the movies in this trilogy, and I don't really know what to say, but I still feel it was a very good movie. Not like an extremely satisfying ending and stuff to this trilogy, but pretty good ending, and I thought the movie was very good and I liked it a lot. So yeah. Next up we got Firestarter. This is a random movie that I was just looking through Netflix, and then I saw new releases or recently added to Netflix, and then this was one of the movies. This isn't the Firestarter movie from the 80s, I think. This is the Blumhouse's Firestarter from 2022, and I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of Blumhouse movies that are popular. I mean, I really liked The Black Phone. I really liked Get Out. But then there are also Blumhouse movies which haven't gone so well and done so well, like Truth or Dare, Firestarter, the FNAF movie, and I bet some other movies. But at least, I thought this movie was okay. This is a movie that not a lot of people like. I think that a few people think this movie is like awful. This movie has a 4.7 out of 10 on IMDb last time I checked, and I think the movie is a bit goofy. It has the story isn't great in the movie. I think that we had a bit of missed potential, but I really liked this kind of. What I liked about this movie though is this kind of. This girl and her father, and Zac Efron was also within this movie, which is pretty unexpected for some reason. I mean, I have seen him in a lot of comedy movies and stuff. I've seen him in Neighbours, and actually I think that's about it. No, I saw him in Neighbours, and I saw him in Ricky Stenicki. And then I know that he's been within a new movie called A Family Affair, I think it's called. But I've heard that movie isn't supposed to be great. But Zac Efron, I think, is known a bit, at least, for quite a lot of his comedy movies. But this is a horror movie he's within, and this is a much more serious movie he's within. Even though the movie has some, kind of goofy things in it. So I don't know. I mean, I think the visuals in this movie is pretty good. I think the cinematography is very good. The kind of fire thingies, the fire effects or whatever, I think is very good in this movie. But the movie is, like I said before, it is quite silly, it is quite goofy, but the movie does still do a bit of what it wants to do. It's not a great movie, it's not a good movie, but I think it's an okay movie, alright? So, yeah, I don't know, I think it's better than Halloween 5, let me tell you that, I'm sorry, but, yeah, okay, alright, now we've got Blumhouse's Truth or Dare, another Blumhouse movie directly after Firestarter. I don't really know what to say about this movie. I mean, this is a movie that not a lot of people like, and this is a movie that I understand why not a lot of people like. I mean, it's a very cliche-filled horror movie. It's supposed to be creepy. It's like, the movie has a very, very lazy story. The movie doesn't even have that much of a story. It's basically just these teenagers, of course, and then they go in this weird house and they decide, what should we do? And then they decide to play Truth or Dare. For some reason, some random guy there just kind of knows everything about this game, and then he's just like, don't do the dare or whatever. And then basically they play Truth or Dare, and then the Truth or Dare game becomes real for some reason. I don't know why, but yeah, the smile in this movie, very goofy. I don't really know what to say. I mean, the movie has got some kind of, some kind of tension-filled moments. Some moments that are pretty exciting and, kind of keep you maybe a bit on the edge of your seat, like what's going to happen next, even though it is pretty damn obvious. But it's a bad movie, but it's something that I've seen before, definitely, and it's very goofy. It has definitely some serious things in it, but it's just, I don't know what to say about this movie. It's bad, though. It's not as bad as Black Christmas 2019, but it's a bad movie, alright? So, not something I recommend still, so, yeah. And now, alright, well, now I'm actually going to end this video, and I'm going to do a part 2 on this tier list or whatever, because, yeah.